Hey, welcome to Men on Scandal, our weekly recap of every Scandal episode from a male perspective. And Tor Johnson is there, and Mark Clark is there, and I'm Tony Scott. And the episode is called Where the Sun Don't Shine. And we open up with Olivia kind of like reminiscing or daydreaming or something, but she does tell Fitz she wants Fitz to charge her mom, Mama Pope. And I thought they had said earlier that they had executed her, but I guess that was not the case. And also she tells Fitz and Jake to hunt down Eli and kill him. I want y'all to hunt down my daddy and kill him.
In front of Mama Pope.
Yeah. How
you like that for a starter?
Yeah. Nothing rattles Mama Pope, huh? Mama Pope is just in chill mode all the time. I mean, we'll talk about the conversation later that she had with Olivia, but Huck's wife apparently found out that he had contacted Javi, and she is livid. She is.
Well, she found out because Huck told her.
yeah, pretty much.
She knows.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's another backstory that's going on, and we'll get more into that as this episode unfolds. Now, Elizabeth North, the Republican chair, confronts Olivia. Remember, she had hired Olivia to find out who had bugged her phone, and Olivia, found out the whole truth about everything, including just how foul Elizabeth North is. So she told Elizabeth North that you just got a virus, and my guy, he cleaned up your network and everything, it's all good. And Liz was like, oh, okay. Well, Liz, apparently, her phone was still acting kind of funny, so she went to someone else and found out that Cyrus was bugging her phone, and so she accuses Olivia of knowing this and looking the other way, which she was not happy about. But this episode kind of evolves around Cyrus and the fact that the sexy time pictures of him and Michael apparently have gotten out to a newspaper, man.
Yes.
And they now it's time to decide what to do, whether Cyrus needs to resign or whether they're going to stand and fight. But I didn't know when they decided they were going to fight, because the White House was stalling for a while, and then they said they're going to fight. But what were they going to fight? I mean, the pictures, they are what they are. So, I mean, what is there to fight? These are pictures of Cyrus engaged in adult activities with a companion.
Having sexy time.
So, I mean, what's to fight about that? I mean, it's
two grown men having hot, lovely relations.
But I mean, that's not illegal. What he did was not illegal, was it?
Well, it depends on what he did.
Yeah.
Well, it was illegal because he paid for it. He was sleeping with a whore.
A man whore. It's not legal yet in D.C.
Okay. So when Olivia, when they decide to fight it, Olivia tells Cyrus and Michael they need to get married and they need to have a prenup. And so Michael says, so Cyrus will own me, and Cyrus is like, you mean as opposed to renting you like I'm doing now? And so there was all these little cute quips going back and forth.
I thought that they were going to drop, we ain't getting no younger, we might well do it. They did.
You were hoping for that, man?
Hey, this is what I can do.
That song is too new for this show.
Okay.
And Cyrus, shut up.
Yeah.
You've been paying for this.
Yeah.
Don't try to get snap back now.
Yeah, Cyrus will go off erratically.
Well, you know what? Michael agrees to the plan to get married and to sign the prenup. Cyrus questions Michael's motives, though, and starts throwing out the one-liners, including you could play yourself in the porn version of Inside Cyrus Bean. That was like, no, really. So Cyrus says he won't do that to James. I mean, do what? James is dead, James, you guys were on the outs when James was killed,
And James, from the grave, James was like, what?
James
treated me like a piece of crap when I was alive.
Yeah, James 6 feet under is like, what you did? This doesn't even come close to what you did to me.
Poor James.
And
then his daughter was like, what? You don't even know my dad did.
Little Ella, man.
Little Ella in a minute.
Man.
Next season, she's going to be 12.
Well,
next season she's going to be played by the girl in Annie.
No, next season she's going to be played by Taraji, man. So she's going to be just grown. You know?
Apparently they'll be using casting from the Aaliyah movie.
Jake meets a guy who has video footage of last week's Black Ops getting killed by B613 troops. He gets it in a thumb drive, and then it was a quick exchange, and then a guy steps from around the corner to kill Jake. I'm assuming that was B613, and Jake sees him in a mirror. There just happens to be one of those mirrors when you're, one of those truck mirrors, those big that they put on walls, those concave mirror kind of things, and Jake kills him. Jake puts the 007 move on him, right? He hits the ground firing his gun, and he double tapped him in the chest, man. So
nice. They got to update the techniques to try to kill Jake, man. They used the 1976 model from James Bond.
Yeah.
It was like, what?
Yeah.
I want to hand him it, and then as soon as I hand it to him, you come out as he turns his back. No, nah, that's too old. That's not 2.0.
Well, that's not 2.0. You're right. So it comes out that Jake is the king of clubs, which is a kill card from B613. It's kind of like what we had when we were going after, was it Saddam Hussein we went after, and he was like the king of clubs or something?
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah. So
they ran a Boston on him. I'm just saying.
He should have known something was up when they had him on a Go Fish card. Why is he on a Go Fish card?
Jake.
This is a pack of cards from the game Trouble. What are you saying?
Not trouble, man. So Jake decides he's going after Rowan because Rowan was coming after him. But when you go after Jake, you're going after basically one guy. When you're going after Rowan, you're going after an army. Clearly. All right, Quinn goes to meet.
Jake can do everything.
So Quinn goes.
Don't give a damn.
Quinn goes to meet Charlie to tell him that Rowan is cleaning house. Command has decided he's cleaning house, man. Like in The Godfather, when Michael settled all the family businesses when his nephew was being baptized. You remember the dude got shot in the eye and the guy was. Remember that? He was cleaning. He's cleaning the house, man. So she tells Charlie what's going on, and then they start making out, and then they do some life affirming stuff. So they get it in and everything. So.
And what I love about their pairing is they're two cornballs. So yes, it works.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Charlie would not have that sex appeal to anybody but a Quinn.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And then that
Quinn could step her game up though. Quinn could actually. She has arrived to a degree. She could go to another. But Charlie, no, that's about all you're gonna get, buddy.
That's all he's gonna get. Now she went on an espionage run for some information. Like they dug up some guy and cut his finger off so they could use his fingerprint to get to where she had to go. Yeah.
Tony, your favorite thing about her is she will chop off body parts.
She has no problem chopping off body parts.
And don't give a damn. She took some scissors, put it in my purse.
She cut that
finger.
Yeah, what kind of shears were those? Were those finger shears? Where do you get those? At the fabric shop?
You know what? I don't know.
I'm trying to cut some burlap and a couple fingers. What do I need?
You might have to go to a lawn and garden store for that.
Something, man. Yeah. So Jake gives Olivia a gun, and he shows her the kill card that's out on him. Jake tells Olivia to say the word, and they're back in the sun. Just say the word, we'll leave all this behind us, and we're back in the sun, baby. Frolicking, man. And she says the sun went down a long time ago, and it ain't coming back.
Damn.
Whack, 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 whack. She does say she knows how to use a gun, though.
Yeah. But by the way, Tony, that's not the only thing that went down when she said that. Yes.
Yeah.
Poor old Jake, once again.
Man.
And that was a good insight into how men live. Like, the woman sets the pace if you're going to get some or not.
Right.
He wasn't going to get none that day. There was nothing that gave you the sign that, hey, except maybe when he showed her how to do the gun.
Yeah.
But still, her energy kind of killed. So that's how we live every day.
Well, and you know what? You're
trying to figure it out.
You're right, because in the next scene is Elizabeth North going to see the vice president, and they end up, she initiates it, like you said, and they do it on the desk.
Man.
Right?
Yeah.
Boy, Shonda knows how to come up with some pretty steamy scenes, though. I give her that. She stages them really, really well.
Yes.
You know?
She definitely gave him the knowledge.
Yes, she did. Yes.
The vice president has knowledge.
Yes.
Man, this guy has something because he is getting it in quite a bit.
Yeah.
Busy man.
Congress pretty much wants Cyrus to resign because of the sex scandal, the pictures and everything like that. And Cyrus wants to resign, but Fitz doesn't want to accept it. But in the end, he does, you know, he's reluctantly, he's kind of sad to have to take the resignation. But, you know, Cyrus convinces him the big picture is this is what's good for the administration that I go because of, you know, I was a horn dog.
I love when Fitz, that's great acting when you don't say anything, that face, Fitz had the face, the crinkle.
Yeah.
I don't want to, you know, I was like, that's good. Okay, good job. He got the Brubaker on that scene.
Did he get the Brubaker, man?
He got the Brubaker. It was brief, but he got the Brubaker.
All right.
So David subpoenas Abby. They're investigating this Cyrus thing. And so she's in his office with a court reporter. And David asks her if she has an alibi for her whereabouts on March 25th when Cyrus deleted all correspondence involving Michael. And then she stops. She goes, well, I want to go off the record. And she says, you know, we don't need to go down this road. And he goes, I'm going to be a little hard ass about this. Let's get back on the record. And he says, dude, you have an alibi? She says, yeah. He says, where were you? And she says, with Leo Bergen. And then kicks in Endless Love. The way it kind of moved in, you know, it's almost like when you hear the Luther song, you know, the piano at the beginning, right? And David's hurt because apparently she spent the entire night with Leo Bergen.
Yes. And now it's on the record, dumbass.
Yeah.
She could have told you on the side. But
and again, men, once again, men, these are all cues for us.
Right.
Anytime your woman says she doesn't really want to talk about it, you might need to stop the line of questioning.
Yeah.
Because you're about to get hurt.
Yeah.
For real. You might, because that's the state. I don't really want to talk about it right now. Okay. See, old married guys, we know. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to know what happened at homecoming with the football team. Okay, I don't want to know. I don't want to know why I couldn't reach you for 48 hours on that Sunday. I don't want to know. I don't want to know why there's a long blonde hair in your hair. You got an afro. I don't want to know. I want to know why you smell like bleach. I want to know.
You don't want to know, man?
Not smell
like bleach.
Not smell like bleach. Oh, man.
All over you smell like bleach. I don't know why.
Quinn is back in bed with Charlie again. And Charlie's in the bathroom and his phone is ringing. And he tells Quinn, turn my phone off. And as she's getting it out of his gym bag or whatever, she sees the Queen of Hearts kill card with her picture on it.
Yeah.
So that means that, you know, Charlie is supposed to be killing per orders from B613 because he's cleaning the house. Rowan is. His order is to kill Quinn. And when she shows Charlie the card, 2 words. Oh crap. That's what he says. And then they go Mr. and Mrs. Smith on each other, right? Remember?
While Endless Love continues.
Yeah, while Endless Love continues.
This is where the music really fit the situation because they were tussling up in there. They were not playing around. They beat the brakes off each other.
Yeah, they did, man. So she went toe to toe. I give it. She went toe to toe with him, man. You know. But he says, I can't kill you. I couldn't do it. You know. And so they leave it right there. Huck tracks down Rowan's car to Roanoke, Virginia. Roanoke, Virginia. How do you say that?
Roanoke.
Roanoke?
And let's never say it again.
All right. He tells Jake.
Have you ever been?
No.
That's the only thing that's in Roanoke is Rowan's car.
He tells Jake the situation. They decide that he's probably in Mansfield where they have a level 7 safe house. I didn't know there were levels to safe houses.
Oh, yeah.
Tony, there's levels to this, man.
I know.
I'm telling you forever.
So when Huck tells Jake that they decide he's probably at the level 7 safe house in Mansfield, Jake apparently takes a bullet train to the safe house. I mean, he blinks and he's there. It's like, you know, it was like
it's the last episode for break. We got to make it happen.
I Dream of Jeannie.
He went I Dream of Jeannie on her, man, on the trip, man. So Jake is going up the stairs to this safe house, and Shonda shot this so incredibly well because Rowan is pouring wine in a glass and stuff, and he's he seems to be in a pretty good mood.
Smelling the cork and everything, and then, Jake opens the door, and Rowan turns, but those are two different locations because Rowan's not, he's not there. Eli's not there, man. He's what, Tony?
He's not there, man. But he actually is at Olivia Pope's apartment.
Man, the locks on these homes.
Man.
Let this be a lesson to you at home. You need to definitely get some kind of alarm system on your house.
Yeah, that's true.
Apparently keys and locks don't work anymore.
Well, she gets home, and she has no idea, and she walks by the dining room table, and he calls her out, scared the hell out of her. He scared the hell out of her, and he chit-chats with her, and he tells her to sit down, and she tells him to leave, and he pulls out a gun and tells her to sit. And she's got the struggle face, man, and so she sits down. And so she starts giving him the soliloquy that he's world famous for now giving folks. And then he snaps and he just starts yelling. There'd be no Olivia Pope if not for me.
Mm-hmm.
I like that because normally, as Troy does, Rowan, he does a measured soliloquy. But now Rowan is emotional because he's like, damn, I can't believe at the end of the day, I'm your daddy, I got your back, I raised you, I protected you, and your ass is still riding with these other dudes.
Right.
So he wasn't in this soliloquy form. He was a much more emotional Rowan.
Yes.
Yeah. He put the gun down on the table, and then he resumes his soliloquy. Right? And she picks up the gun and she points it at him. And, he's telling her, you ain't, yeah, dude, yeah.
He switched up for a second, though.
Yeah, he did. Well, I think he was disappointed.
Be careful what you're about to do. It's kind of like, the suspense, the way he acted it out was like, oh, you had a feeling that she's gonna do it.
Yeah.
She's ready for a kill shot.
Did he say, watch out now? Did he say that at some point?
Or something like that.
Hold up. Mine.
So
mind yourself now.
She pulls the trigger though.
Oh damn, Olivia!
But the gun is empty.
Yes.
It was a test, and she failed miserably in Eli's eyes, man. So now he's really pissed because he can't believe. He says, "Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?" And he leaves, and he's hurt, and he's. I think he's more mad than hurt though, because to him that's the ultimate betrayal. Your daughter has an opportunity to kill you, and she takes it. Thank God for him, it was a test because, like I said, the gun was empty. But I can see where he's coming from, being disappointed. Even as foul as he is, she pulled it. You don't expect his own daughter to pull the trigger and kill him.
Tony, I think I disagree with you. I think he's more hurt than mad.
You think so?
Yeah, because your damn daughter pulled the trigger. Yo, that little pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna hurt. And I gotta tell you, I'm on team Rowan on this one, man.
Yeah.
You can't shoot your. Jake's father raped his wife, and probably is the father of his son. He wouldn't kill his daddy.
Wait a minute.
Damn it.
You mean Fitz?
Fitz's father. Yeah.
Fitz's father.
I was like, wait a minute. I missed an episode.
Jake's father. No, Fitz's father. Like Fitz wouldn't kill his dad, and his dad was the devil.
Yeah.
Rowan is what he is. I'm on team dad on this one. I'm sorry.
All right. Okay.
She pulled the trigger, man.
She did pull the trigger.
I can't take it anymore. Can't take it anymore. I'm on a team Olivia. If you're gonna be on team Rowan.
Okay.
She's just overwhelmed with an over-controlling father.
Mm-hmm.
Every opportunity that she has now, maybe she's blindly doing things, but she is And everybody, even Rowan said, "You are Olivia Pope," which is, co-sign for a bad mother. So she has the abilities wherever she learned them from. And I think she's like, every time I'm trying to make something happen, here you are.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of my way.
Right.
Let me get my Pope on.
Right.
But the question, though, who would Olivia Pope be without a dad?
She'd be Olivia Pope.
Would she?
She would be.
I don't know. I don't know how much her father influenced everything she's been able to make happen. Because
but it's not
if he would have killed her, if she weren't his daughter, she would have been dead a long time ago.
Well, maybe
because her influence is too broad on the president and different things.
But I'm not sure that everybody knew that he was her father as she built her business.
No. I'm not. I'm saying behind the scenes.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying behind the scenes,
like
the things that happen behind what's going on. That's what he specializes in.
Right. Right.
Mm.
I got you. So Quinn and Charlie are sitting in the car, and he tells Quinn that he was the one that was ordered to get those B613 files. Remember and he was the one who switched them out for blank white paper when David and his guys were going through them last week.
Yeah.
And he offers to some files to make up for ruining Huck's life. I didn't see. That's the part. For me, there was a disconnect there because, as we all know, Huck skinned him alive, literally, like in season 2. So what is there to make up? I mean, Huck skinned him alive, so Charlie basically ruins his life, and now Charlie has to do Huck a solid.
Well, remember, Charlie. Remember when Huck was in the Marine Corps and he was recruited into B613. Mm-hmm. Charlie was the guy who
turned him.
Yeah, turned him into B613.
Right.
Trained him up or whatever. Remember, he was in the hole, and there was a whole lot of psychological transformation that had to happen to get him to become a killer.
No, I get
Charlie's responsible for that.
No, I get that, but after that
ruined his life.
But after that, when Huck had to go for Charlie, you remember he had the knife out and he skinned him alive. So I mean,
well, Tony, you're forgetting. Quinn has a chip that Charlie will do things for. She has some things that we don't have, Tony.
Well, okay.
She has something that she has that never-ending thing that
never-ending.
A gift that keeps on giving, if you will.
That thing.
It is funny that they did have a knockout brawl, and as they're afterwards, almost like sex, basking in the glow of this beating they just gave each other.
Right.
The first thing that pops in her head is the fact that Huck's life has been ruined by Charlie. So I guess she gets a Olivia Pope coat.
So
she gets a half a white coat for the day.
So Huck and Charlie are her Fitz and Jake.
Huh.
Okay.
Kind of a motley crew, but yes.
Olivia goes to visit Mama Pope and wants to know where Eli is. And Mama Pope says, I don't know where she is. And Olivia says, you have to know. You got a PhD in his crazy.
Damn. That was a line right there.
And Mama Pope is so chill, man. She is so laid back. She goes, girl, you need to move on.
Mama Pope acted like she was from Baltimore in that scene. That was Mama Pope carried from the block and the wire. I mean, she reminded me of Baltimore when she said that. Girl, she was like, girl, you need to stop. And then when Olivia started to fake cry and she shut her down, Olivia, it looked like she was fake crying.
Yeah.
It was like, girl, please.
Turn the waterworks off quick.
And the thing with Mama Pope, here she is chained to a table, and she's calling her daughter Boo. She's like, oh, Boo, come on.
And what about when Mama Pope kind of rose up and Olivia stepped back like, ah!
But here.
If I were Olivia Pope, I would have been like, how do you know about all these current phrases?
Yeah.
How How do you know about all these ratchet comments?
Yeah.
You've been in jail for 20 years.
But you know what? Mama Pope put it all in perspective when she told Olivia, "You're just like him."
Well, he said it too.
You know, yeah. But when you know, when Mama says it though, you know, but then Mama explains why you're just like your daddy. You know, and she realizes that Mom is right. So that's when you get the other struggle face.
Yeah.
And then the Mama's like, "Cry me a river, Livy, whatever."
I don't know, Tony. That line was pretty. That was one of the lines too.
Yeah. And so Olivia's leaving, and Mama says, "I'll see you tomorrow." Because your daddy came and saw me every day for 22 years, so I'll see you
Just
tomorrow.
like your daddy.
Because you're just like your daddy.
Well, I remember that "just like your daddy" line will rip through your heart when you're young. You know that?
Yeah.
When I was a young man, Troy knows this story.
Yes.
I was staying with my Aunt Mary, and I'd go get drink a lot of Kool-Aid. And my man would say, "You gonna be an alcoholic just like your daddy." Huh? It hurts.
The emotional baggage that scandal will bring out of people, man.
And she was right. I am.
Olivia goes to see Cyrus, who was...
Whoa, Tony, wait a minute now.
What happened?
What about at the end of the scene, after she dismissed Olivia, then you had a chance to see Mama Pope kind of break down a little bit.
She did.
And forget about that.
Yeah, well, you're right. She did.
And that was Candy Alexander?
Yeah.
In a vulnerable moment?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
I mean, for all the bravado that she has, it finally, she was like, well, I don't know what she was thinking, like, well, she's not coming tomorrow,
right.
What she was thinking, or you know,
yeah.
I've lost her, I don't have a connection, something was going on.
It's that always strikes me funny though, how you know, people will tell somebody off, and then when that person leaves, they feel bad. It's like, well, you're the one around, you're the one that went in on them. So.
Yeah, you did this.
Maybe she can bring me some lighter chains, and now I ruined it. I don't know. You know, it's hard to be chained every day. Yeah. It's hard to be.
Olivia goes to see Cyrus, and he's packing up, man. He's leaving town. You know, and he says he's going to go to Europe because they're a little bit more forgiving. So he's packing up and he's moving out. And she says, "When did you decide to let them ruin you?" Because she says, "I'm going to talk to you like you would talk to you." The Cyrus I know doesn't cry like a little bitch baby, is what she tells him.
Not a bitch baby.
And she did fire him up. She fired him up. He decides to stay and fight. And Cyrus and Michael do a TV interview announcing their engagement.
Did the bitch baby soften the bitch comment on TV? Is that why? You know what I'm saying? Did the sisters let bitch baby go?
I don't know, because they use that phrase on one of Shonda's other shows. I think they use it on How to Get Away with Murder.
Yeah, last night. Yes, it was on there too. It was a bitch baby night on ABC.
That's right.
I mean, they said it 5 times in the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I didn't know you could say it. I thought you had to. Yeah, I didn't know you could say bitch baby, but now I'm glad we're clear.
Yeah, well, I guess so. Yeah. So they do the TV interview. Cyrus and Michael announcing their engagement, and then Cyrus is back in his office at the White House. He's unpacking his stuff, and Fitz tells him that he's told him that I saw the interview, and Fitz and Cyrus tells him, well, you know, I'm marrying a whore, so you know,
exactly.
At least I know what I'm paying for, right?
The 2 most important words in Shondaland are bitch baby and whore. We use liberally throughout any episode, any program.
Yeah.
And the beauty is that it was used with men. So that's I see you. I see you, Shonda.
Yeah.
So not women not involved. That's so true. Yes.
Elizabeth goes to see Mellie about the president not going to war in Angola. She don't know that Mellie knows about her affair with the vice president. So Liz tells her, I thought you and I were on the same page. And Mellie tells her, because we're both screwing Andrew?
That's hilarious.
You know, that doesn't make us friends. It makes us both at risk for the same STDs.
That's funny too.
That was like, body blow.
That was a good line.
Because everybody knows the first lady don't wear protection.
She has protection. She just don't wear protection.
My Magnum is assigned to me in room B.
When it comes to screwing someone, she says, I'm not nearly as gentle as Andrew because from me it will hurt.
Dang. That was weird and also gave me a slight thrill.
you got a little chubby off of that one.
Like, oh.
That line you could get lost on that one because she had so many other Scud missiles she fired.
Oh man!
Prior to that one, that was like the last.
Yeah.
You know, there you go.
She was riddled by so many Scuds that was just a little.
No time to react.
Man. Olivia peeks inside the Oval Office and sees Fitz, Abby, and Cyrus, laughing it up, having a drink. Everything seems to be okay, and the president's one of his secretaries says, "You can go in, Miss Pope, anytime." And she says, "Nah, I'm good." She's like, Cyrus is back and all is good in the world. So Huck goes.
And that's also a sidelight. That's a sidelight, also, guys. For white people, that's how people of color feel in America all the time. Just looking at the white folks have fun. Let me not go in and ruin the fun.
This is messed up.
I'm playing.
Huck goes to see his ex, and he asks her to hear him out, and she threatens to call police, but he says, you know what? He's got a couple of those B613 files. I guess Charlie got him the files, right? And he wants her to read the B613 files that he's left on her front porch so that she can see that he hasn't been lying. And he leaves them there. He leaves them there in those Acme boxes. And he just wants her to read the files so she'll know the truth that he's been telling all along. Now, if she chooses not to believe those files, then he just needs to leave her alone.
He could have. Huck is a technological genius. He could have put those on a Kindle for her. Deleted boxes. He didn't delete the boxes on the set. People don't read like that anymore. She was confused. Like, who's going to carry these in the house for me?
Right.
Two things. Number one, like I said, I'm going to read 2 boxes of stuff on you? I don't even like you. Then number two, I think there was a deadbeat dad wishing he could do that. Like, watching the show, like, man, I wish I could go over Boom Chica's house and leave a file and be like, this is what happened. You don't believe me, but this is what happened, Boom Chica. Okay, let me read it.
Oh, boy.
The VP goes to the Oval to see Fitz. And Quinn is going over the video footage of the VP bombing. Remember when he was leaving that hotel and he stopped to talk to hotel workers. And she notices that the VP knew that the bomb was coming because he kind of moved away, like out of the way of being in harm. He kind of like he was kind of like offsides in a way.
He did a pivot,
and she caught that on the video and shows Huck, who, by the way, Huck noticed that her face was beaten up from her tussle with Charlie. So, but Jake goes to see Olivia. Olivia, for some reason, is in a great mood, and he notices that, and she doesn't want to talk about her father. She wants to dance. And Stevie wonders, don't you worry about a thing is playing, and he says, man, do I love you. And she's dancing and everything, and, he's dancing with her, Does he got skills as a dancer, man?
No.
No?
It's too much, man. It's too much.
It's too much movement. Just hit that 2-step and you're good.
Yeah.
You're in your
this also like confirms, like, it's fine. Of course it's a fantasy, but as fine as Olivia is, I think guys look at her and be like, crazy. That right there was crazy. You know what I mean? Like, you see her one moment, the sun died.
Yeah,
the next moment
went down.
Yeah, I'm happy. It's like, okay, she be the kind of chick you could kick it with, but you would not fall in love with because you crazy.
Well, he says, man, do I love you. She says, she doesn't say I love you back. She says, I want Vermont with Fitz, and I want the sun with you, and I'm not choosing. And then they start making. She wants to have sex on the piano. that's in the room. She said, I've never had sex on a piano before. So now it's time to get freaky. So he goes to the bedroom to get a blanket and a pillow. And when he gets back, she's gone. The glass of wine she was drinking is spilled on the couch. And the front door is open and she is gone. He didn't hear anything. He's a B613 agent. He ran command for a couple weeks and that got by him.
He was excited, man.
That's why you need to turn the Stevie Wonder down.
And probably, you know what? I never wanted to do it on the piano. I did do it on the organ once. So.
Is that right?
Huh?
Was it a Hammond organ, man?
What?
Was it a Casio? What was it, man?
I need some clarification.
Yeah.
You did it on an organ.
Yeah. Was your foot on the pedal?
I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Okay.
There's
Alrighty then.
no kissing and telling here, mister. So the vice president, as we find out in his conversation with Fitz in the Oval, basically the vice president tells the president, what would you do if the most important thing to you was taken? You know, I'm paraphrasing here, but as it turns out, he's the evil one. He's the one who had Olivia kidnapped, and he's doing that to leverage Olivia against the president. To what end, though? To be president? You know, Fitz has to resign and he gets to move up. Is that the reason why? What's the reason why, Troy?
He wants the war. He wants the war in West Angola.
But I mean, why does he want the war in West Angola?
I don't know.
We're going to find out, Tony.
Halliburton, that kind of deal. You know, he could have set up a deal like that.
Yeah.
Maybe he's got a company or there's some interest there. He doesn't have to be president to make something like that happen.
But go ahead, Mark.
Shout out to the ambassador to Angola.
Lisa Gay Hamilton.
Lisa Gay. She got her African on.
Yes, she did.
In that quick scene. It was like, go ahead, girl.
Yeah.
I know you're from St. Louis.
What does that pay, man? That 20 seconds.
That scene?
What is that? 10?
She probably got
10,000?
10 grand.
She'll be back. I think she's gonna. I think that she'll be, have a more expanded role later.
We do not need to go to war. She'll be back.
But you know what? Here's the thing though, is that like you can mess with Fitz about Olivia, but you can't mess with Eli Pope about Olivia. You kidnapped Eli Pope's daughter. Now Eli Pope may have been disappointed and hurt that she pulled that trigger earlier, but you know what? That's still my daughter, and you took her against her will. Now, he's got the vice president's going to have his hands full with Jake and mostly with Eli Pope when Eli finds out that don't you think that Eli will be livid when he finds out that his daughter was kidnapped?
So Tony Scott has been in the table read. So now so you're telling me, after Olivia and Jake Fitz team up to kill Rowan.
Yeah.
Now she's been kidnapped, and now Fitz and Rowan are going to have to connect to get Olivia back.
Well, you know what? I mean, Jake and Fitz, after Fitz beat the hell out of Jake while he was chained up, they come together. So but nobody messes with Eli Pope.
But he said, "You're going to miss me when I'm gone."
Yeah.
This is the time to miss him.
But you know what? I just think
she might learn a lesson.
I think that.
I think I'm with Tony. I think it's going to be Rowan and Fitz are going to be like super friends. Form up. They're going to team up.
I think so, man. I think because you know what? As like I said, as angry and hurt as Eli is with Olivia because she pulled that trigger. That's that's me. That's Eli's like, that's me that's mad at my daughter. That don't give you the right to snatch her off the street or out of her apartment and kidnap her for your own personal purpose of blackmailing the president or whatever it is that you want. You can grab anybody, but you don't grab my daughter even though I'm pissed at her. You don't grab I just can't see Eli letting that go even though he's angry with her.
But
Tony's all in.
But she's not going to get a lesson. I mean, he wants to teach her a lesson, too.
That's true.
I mean, unless he's behind this with the vice president.
No.
I don't think so, though.
Tony, you really are teasing this next.
I'm trying to get you. I'm trying to get you through the winter break, man.
Yeah, man, I'm impressed. I'm like, wow, I never thought of all this, man.
Well,
I like to think about it.
So
I like the fact that when Rowan delivered the albums, he did have that Ramsey Lewis on top.
were you like everybody else was trying to see what other album covers there were there, man?
He had Ramsey Lewis. He had what's the pink? I'm sorry, not Manhattans, but I can't think. The Blackbirds.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Well, you know what? I could see why he would have the Blackbirds being in D.C. and Donald Byrd was, see.
Look at that boy. You can't teach that, Tony Scott.
Tony knows.
But the Steve. But you know what?
How do you know about
Don't You Worry About a Thing was not in Songs in the Key of Life, though. If we're going to start splitting hairs here. And the Songs in the Key of Life album is an iconic. That album cover is iconic. I mean, you see that album cover, you know what that is. Everybody knows what that is.
I thought they were going to go with Isn't She Lovely? She's 1 year old. He plays Isn't She Lovely? That's what I thought was a logical pick. So Don't Worry About a Thing was like, okay, all right. I like that one too.
That was her pick. That wasn't his pick. He was listening to, he said he was listening to the album.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
he didn't say the specific song.
She listened to the album and I like this song.
So the Stevie Wonder album with Don't You Worry About a Thing was in the mix of vinyl that she had that was sitting on that table. She saw that,
right.
This is my song. She puts it on the turntable. And then she starts dancing, and then whatever Jake was doing that was supposed to be a dance.
Jake, yes,
Jake was doing you know what he was doing? The funky chicken.
the old standby man.
That's the old standby man. Black folks, two-step.
Yeah.
White folks, standard dance, the funky chicken.
The funky chicken. Well,
and that is the one thing that when sisters date white guys, that is the one thing that they kind of. When you put on, when you at a cookout or you jamming at the house and you look over and you see your sculpted, good-looking white boyfriend dancing off beat, looking stupid, you be like, I'm about to call Tyrone just for the dance.
Unless you're dating John Travolta, because John got some steps, man.
I don't know, overrated, Tony.
And how about the dude from NBC, David Gregory? He's got some moves too, man. You ever see that video of him dancing to Mary J. Blige's song?
I don't know, Tony.
There's also a white guy, a line dancer in Memphis, who went viral because he apparently had all the steps to the slide dance. You got to see it; it's amazing.
I give you, man. Shannon. Speaking of white men who dance, Shannon Tatum. What's his name? Shannon Tatum. Whatever.
Channing Tatum.
Yeah, I think he can dance.
He can dance? Okay. All right. Now we've lost all our white viewers and stuff because we're just...
It's all in fun. Come on, man. It's all in fun. We don't have a racist bone in our body. We just joke. Just joke.
They are joking.
You ever see any of us dance? Room got quiet.
Who'd win the dance contest?
Yeah, Troy's the best dancer of us three.
I don't know.
And then Tony is a third, way behind third. Tony don't dance.
Mark could be the best.
Yeah.
But see, the problem with Mark's dancing is he is going to go. He's going to go way above and beyond. He's going to try a split. He's going to do. He's going to twerk. He's going to do all these things that he has no business doing.
You're right. Actually, you're right. Yeah, when you see a big guy do this, no, it's too much. I know it's too much. It's too much.
Well, I was told that the only man who could ever dance and keep his man card and dance with his arms above his head was Marvin Gaye.
Oh yeah,
Marvin was the only one who could pull that off. Everyone else is going to be questioned.
Marvin was not dancing.
Well,
yeah, he was making love to the audience.
He was making love to air.
You heard that lady in the front row on that live album.
It won't.
You gotta. Marvin got a whole bunch of passes. On stage, shirt off, nappy chest hair, cummerbund,
and a skull cap.
Yeah, Marvin, you can pull that. Only Marvin can pull that off.
Man.
And be cool as hell. Be cool as hell.
Yeah. Man, Marvin, may he rest in peace, man. So that's our episode of the When the Sun Don't Shine of Scandal. Now we're in a winter break, so we'll have to wait, I think, until the end of January before it
When
picks
was
up.
that line, by the way?
Huh?
What was the line, guys? The sun don't shine. Where did that come from? I think I missed that line.
I missed it too.
So did I.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, we know the sun is going down. The sun reference was running rampant throughout the
Well, maybe it had to do with Jake and Olivia, and the sun isn't. You know, she said the sun that ain't gonna happen. So maybe that's where it's from. But I'm sure somebody will correct us in the comments. We get many comments when we post the video, so we thank you for that. But we'll see what happens, man, when it comes back. So, and a thumbs up would be great too. Yes, Troy, thank you very much. So that's the episode, and again, we do Men on Everything that we'll continue to do during the hiatus. We do that once a week also, where we take a look at headlines in the news. As of this recording, we haven't heard anything about anything coming down about the thing in Ferguson. So, but we'll be on that when we're on next week. So leave a comment.
So you don't have to miss us.
No.
You don't have. You can be a Scandal fan, but you know, if you like us, we're here every week.
That's it.
And we're not racist every episode either. I'm sorry. I apologize. We're not racist. We love white people. Come on.
You know, hey. Thanks for watching Men on Scandal. That's Mark Clark in New York, Troy Johnson in Washington, D.C. I'm Tony Scott in St. Louis, and we'll see you soon.